Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most famous 90s kids anime out there, Digimon Tamers. Digimon Tamers was the third series in the Digimon franchise. We'll get into the history about the show a little bit later, but before we get any further, make sure to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. Now, without further ado, let's get it. Digimon Tamers first aired on Fuji TV on April 1st, 2001, just 1 week after Digimon Adventure 2 ended. This show eventually ran until March 31st, 2002. Unlike its predecessors, the story is set in a version of the real world where Digimon are creatures in a collectible card game. Digimon Tamers was met with mixed reviews upon its release due to its much darker themes than the previous two series. Chiaki J. Konaka was concerned that the portrayal of Digimon as kind-hearted creatures in Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 2 might affect the monster-like spirit of Digimon. As a result, Konaka wanted to explore the primitive nature of Digimon, where they instinctively harm other creatures to become stronger, and would learn morals from their partners. Unlike the previous series, Konaka did not introduce the idea of Digimon being reborn after death, as he believed death should be portrayed realistically in a show for children, especially since the main characters were risking their lives. Ultimately, Digimon Tamers ran for 51 episodes. So, let's get into the story. One day, a mysterious blue card appears in Takado's Digimon card box. When he swipes it in his card scanner, it transforms into a D power. In school, he draws the Digimon he made up, Gilmon, on a notepad, which is later scanned by his drawings to create his new partner. To show his Digimon Tamer status, he proudly dons a pair of yellow goggles. He struggles at first to control his curious Digimon, causing him to worry about failing as a tamer. But he begins to understand more about being a tamer after meeting veteran tamers Henry and Rika. At first, Takado isn't very good at battling. For example, during the battle between Gilmon and Devidramon, he was using cards that made everything worse. And the only reason they won was Takado's care for Gilmon, causing him to digivolve into Growlmon. However, he learns from his experiences and becomes better, even using his new knowledge to beat his friend Kazu at the Digimon card game, which was a first for him. As the series progresses, Takado forms a deep bond with Gilmon. As his creator, Takado feels very responsible for everything Gilmon does, and they become very close really quick. When the tiger Devi Miramon gravely injures Growlmon, Takado's deep connection to Growlmon causes him to feel Growlmon's pain and fall unconscious. While unconscious, he communicates with Growlmon, who begs Takado to help him fight once more. This causes Takado to receive a blue card, which he uses to digivolve Growlmon into War Growlmon, allowing him to defeat his foe. During the fight with the boar diva, Vikralamon, Takado refuses to back down and let his city be destroyed. Through his bond with War Growlmon, he shares his own energy and strength with him. Takado and War Growlmon combined strength, frees War Growlmon, and destroys Vikralamon, who before was too powerful to be beaten. Takado took Gilmon with him to Okinawa, where he was to stay with his cousin Kai and his grandfather. Initially, Takado didn't want to go as he wasn't thrilled to meet his cousin again, but he soon began to enjoy the experience of the islands. When Digimon started showing up in Okinawa, Takado, Gilmon, and Kai took up to battle with several of them. After saving Minami, the daughter of the creator of a V-Pet, Takado looked after her until she was kidnapped by rogue Digimon and taken to VP Labs. Takado, Growlmon, Kai, and Caesarmon, Minami's partner, took after her and rescued her and her father before engaging Mephistomon in battle. Henry, Rika, and their partners soon joined the battle against the ultimate level Digimon. Takado was present when the battle continued into another dimension where War Growlmon, Rapidmon, and Taumon created the Trinity Burst to defeat Gulfmon. After the monkey diva, Makuramon, kidnaps Calmon to the digital world, Takado and the other tamers decide to follow him to the digital world and rescue their friend. After Gilmon finds a portal to the digital world underneath his makeshift home at the park, Takado introduces Gilmon to his parents and tells them of the Tamer's mission. With his parents' blessing, he and the other tamers, as well as a new tamer, Jerry, and her partner, Leomon, and Takado's best friend Kazu and Kenta, go to the digital world together. While in the digital world, the children and Digimon go through many adventures and mishaps. In one such mishap, Gilmon boards a free-running motorcycle that brainwashes him into trying to run over everyone. But he returns to his regular self after being knocked off the motorcycle. Later, Takado, Henry, and Terriermon are split up from the others and find an underwater library where they meet the essence of Shibumi, one of the monster makers. After Shibumi explains to them about Diginomes and the reason they became tamers, he helps them to reach the next layer of the digital world. When the tamers finally reunite, they are attacked by Bilzamon, the Digivolve form of Impmon, under the orders of the K9 diva, Katoramon. When Leomon engages him, Bilzamon impales him with his darkness claw, killing him. The loss of Leomon and Jerry's grief causes Takado to fly into an uncontrollable rage. With his overflowing hatred of Bilzamon, he forces Wargramon to digivolve into Megadramon, and his D-power overloads and shatters. However, once Takado realizes what he had done and what his partner meant to him, he reaches the Gilmon inside Megadramon and causes him to revert back to his original form as Gilmon. With their bond reaffirmed, and with their desire to battle Bilzamon strong, the two biomerge to form Gallantmon. After they defeat Bilzamon together, and let him go at Jerry's request, Takado receives a new D-power. After learning about the D-Reaper from the Digimon Sovereigns, Takado and the others return to the real world. However, after Takado escorts Jerry to her parents, Takado discovers that the D-Reaper followed them and has attacked their hometown. Despite his mother's protests, he and Gilmon return to Shinjuku and meet up with Rika and Henry. Though initially they cannot biomerge with their Digimon, a mysterious girl and her Dobermon give them the ability to do so. Takado soon discovers that the Jerry that came with them to the real world was actually an agent of D-Reaper, taking Jerry's form, and that the real Jerry is trapped within the D-Reaper's core. Later, the monster makers improve the arc the Tamers came back home in and turn it into a Zero Arms Granny, which Gallantmon can now use as a steed. When the Monster Maker's HQ is taken over, Takado and his family leave Tokyo, and Takado meets up with his cousin Kai. He soon gets a call from Henry, and he and Gilmon return to Tokyo to fight the D-Reaper for the last time. Inside the D-Reaper's core, Granny is injured, and Gallantmon tells it to stay behind. However, Granny later appears to Gallantmon, and the two mode change into Gallantmon Crimson mode. With his new power, Gallantmon Crimson mode is able to beat the Jerry-type agent. Ultimately, the D-Reaper is defeated, but the same program that pulled the D-Reaper back into the digital world is now doing the same to the Tamer's Digimon. Takado and Gilmon, now de-digivolved into Gigimon, are forced to say a tearful goodbye. A few months later, Takado's life is back to normal as if he never met Gilmon. However, when he goes back to Gilmon's home, he is shocked and incited when he finds out the gate to the digital world is still open. And that's the end of Digimon Tamers. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite season of Digimon was. Until next time, peace.